This video is brought to you by OneFootball, the one and only place to get all your football news.
Hey guys, it's GameFace, and welcome back to episode 44 of my Manchester City career. Now in today's episode we've got some games to play. The first game is a final, another one to play, just 2 days after the Community Shield final we've got a Copa Europe final to play against Chelsea, obviously the Europa League winners last season, against the Champions League winners last season as well. So it's an interesting game, this one, where the two sort of European champions come against each other and see who comes out on top. Hopefully we're going to beat Chelsea here. We're having to make a lot of changes since we played just 2 days ago, so we have got a lot of changes to be made, and we're also going to be starting off the new season properly as well by playing the first league game against Arsenal here in today's episode. We might well get onto the game at Sheffield Wednesday, we'll wait and see, depends how much transfer activity there's going to be in today's episode. Hopefully still trying to bring in Dybala, but that one might be a very tough deal to get over the line. We'd certainly need to sell some players in order to be able to finance that one. So let's crack on with today's episode. Before we do though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and I'd really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to use the hashtag comments of the day in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on today's episode. Today's comment of the day is on screen right now, and thank you so much for leaving all your comments. I really do appreciate it. You could well feature in the next episode as well. Just use that hashtag and you could well be within a chance of featuring. Let's crack on with today's episode. This is the team I'm going to go with for this game against Chelsea. Plenty of changes from the last team we put out. Still a strong side, but it's still not ideal to have to make so many changes. Edison starting goal, Maffeo, Company, Otamendi, Gulam in defence, Bernardo Silva, Malcolm and De Bruyne in midfield, Mbappe, Aguero and Sané as our front three. So a strong side still. Like I say, probably eight or nine changes I think there. Certainly a lot of changes to the team from the last side I put out. And now I'll wait to find out whether we are going to be able to still get ourselves a victory here against Chelsea. Okay, here we go for this game against Chelsea. Let's find out how he gets on in this game. Ideally, probably should have gone for a different kit really. I mean, light blue and white are different colours, but they don't look too dissimilar when you're quickly trying to pass to somebody on the pitch. Hopefully that's not going to affect things too much. It shouldn't do. I'm just going to make sure that I do get the passes right and that I see different players in the corner of my eye and things like that. It's going to be a little bit tougher, but we should be fine. But let's see. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Chance here for Roberto, who's running forward. Should do better. Got to hit the target. He ran from right back, presumably, and somehow got himself into a really good position there. Opened up his body, got past Gulam with ease, and the finish just isn't quite there. Not too happy with Gulam recently. He's looked very average and worryingly so. And he's got into the team here just based on the fact that Mendy's too tired to play and already has allowed them to get through and have an attack. Might look to sell him and bring somebody else in. Malcolm, with Leroy Sané, going to take a touch and shoot. Sané saved by Courtois, really good save, actually beats it away, and a good first chance for us here. Looking good so far as Leroy Sané and Malcolm towards the left-hand side. Sané can look into the middle here. Malcolm connects with it. Oh, gets past Courtois, but also past the goal as well. Just heads wide. It's really good actually from Malcolm, considering how small he is. He has a good connection with it. Malcolm, ball out to Mbappe, that's good. Mbappe going to take it in his stride. Going to wait for Aguero, but he's not going to drop back. Had to shoot himself, and Sané tried to follow up, but wasn't in the right position to get the ball there. We're still on the attack here, trying to pick out Sané, but cleared away. And just approaching half-time, still remains 0-0. Yeah, it's half-time, it's 0-0 still. Unfortunately, not able to get ourselves an opening goal here, despite a couple of chances, nothing massive, but still would have really thought we'd have taken the lead, to be honest, in that first half, given the chances that we did create. We had one or two. Certainly Chelsea had a good one with Roberto that didn't take early on. I certainly feel like we did get ourselves into good positions to score from, just didn't manage to take them. Into the second half now, we are going to keep things the same for now. We will certainly make some changes at some point, but we'll see whether we're able to get a goal with this team. De Bruyne going to try and pick out Mbappe. It's a great pass, picks him out perfectly. Mbappe going to go for a cross to Sané. Now onto Malcolm. Oh, that would have been a fantastic goal. It's a great save by Courtois. Headed it down perfectly there, I think. Was it De Bruyne, did I say? I think it was, that flicked it on. It's fantastic, whoever it was, into the path of Malcolm. Malcolm running through on goal here, going to get past Christensen to shoot. Again, saved by Courtois, who's keeping Chelsea in this game now. It's getting a little bit ridiculous, the amount of good saves he's pulled out. Maybe we could have picked out the bottom right corner a little bit better. Didn't happen, and we got ourselves a free kick, actually. Might have been some sort of trip there by the defender. We're going to try and pick out Company if we can. Going to try and get it in there, and David Luiz will beat us to it, but actually caused Courtois some issues and had to be punched away. Aguero going to back heel into Malcolm, that's brilliant. Malcolm takes a touch and shoots. Saved again. Unbelievable. And of course that was going to happen. You can just see I couldn't pull out of trying to win back the ball there. First two changes, Foden and Goretzka to come on. We're going to take off Kevin De Bruyne and also Leroy Sané as well. Malcolm will go play on the left-hand side of attack, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully those two changes are going to get us a goal here. That's what we're desperately trying to get. We certainly deserve one. We've been the better team, been the more ambitious side, going for the goals. Chelsea haven't really done too much. But it's one of those sort of games where you just feel like one Chelsea attack will be enough for a goal if they really wanted to get one. And so we'll see exactly whether that is the case. Going for a switch there to Malcolm. Malcolm brings it down as well. Go for that pass into Silva. Takes a touch, shoots. Had to be a goal. That had to be the one. Courtois never going to be able to save that, but it's put wide of the post. Should have done so much better. Such a good chance for Bernardo Silva. I actually thought it was Foden running onto it initially, but it's Bernardo Silva's run from deep in midfield, puts it wide. 25 minutes left. Chelsea bring on Diego Costa. Here we go. Goretzka going to take a touch. Oh, blocked again by the defence. Such a good opportunity. Maffeo got over on the overlap there and did a great job actually of running forward and getting a cross in, but unfortunately again defence just too strong. So many numbers back for Chelsea that it is sometimes difficult to break down in that 5-2-3 formation. Go on, Aguero. Play it through to Malcolm. It's not the greatest of passes. Malcolm will still try and win it back. He's through on goal. Christensen just gets in there. Is that going to be a penalty? I mean, come on. You can't play advantage. It seems like he's given it. It's going to be a red as well. Christensen certainly gets the ball, but he definitely takes out the flow at the same time. Referee wasn't happy with it. It's a red card, a straight one as well. And 30 minutes left of this game. They're down to 10 men. We've got ourselves a penalty. And I think it is actually a red card there. It's a foul for me. He goes through the back of him as well as getting the ball, but going to be given as a penalty. Sergio Aguero to step up and hopefully going to be able to tuck this one in to the bottom left-hand corner. Aguero steps up and scores. That's a good penalty as well. I've changed sides now. I usually always go down the right-hand side. It's not been good for me during this FIFA so far, so it's bottom left for me now, and it's worked very well for us there. 1-0, and we're taking the lead with 12 minutes left of this game. We're going to make the third and final change now. Final change, City's going to come on. We'll take it from Malcolm, obviously getting his proper debut, his full debut in this game. So we're going to do that. Obviously change formation as well, 4-1-4-1. Aguero's going to reign up front, but Mbappe on the right-hand side of midfield, Bernardo Silva on the left-hand side, and just adding another midfielder into the team there. So we're going to drop back a little bit more, understandably 12 minutes left. Still able to hopefully play on the counter-attack though, with this formation that we've got out. Let's see how we get on. Sure, that's going to be it. The referee should blow his whistle any minute now. 3 minutes has been added on. That is it. We've got ourselves the Copa Europe. It's a 1-0 victory, not the greatest victory in terms of scoreline, but certainly played well enough to get ourselves probably 3 goals, I'd say, in total in this game. Hasn't happened, just the 1-0, but again, very happy to have won our second final in 3 days. Very impressive to do that with such a changed team here against Chelsea, who presumably put the strongest side out. So very happy to see that happen. Otamendi's going to lift the trophy for us here, and yeah, great to see us get 2 trophies to kick off the season before things have even got properly underway. Got ourselves 2 smaller trophies, let's say, but the Copa Europe still certainly a fairly big trophy to beat, obviously the European champions in this case. But yeah, very happy to see that happen. We're now going to move on to the Premier League and hopefully continue to play well and get wins in that as well. Otamendi to lift the trophy, and that is the Copa Europe in the bag for us already this season. Very impressive start to the campaign, and let's crack on and hopefully win some more matches now. Okay, some transfer offers in here now. We've got Lewis Godin, a bid in for him, or in fact a loan bid I should say, from ASNL, who are after a few of our youngsters. They were after, I think, Insura in the last episode. I'm pretty sure we rejected that one, but we will, I think, allow Godin to leave. He's on loan, his loan list I should say, and so we will accept that, allow him to leave, and it seems like we've got a bid in for John Stones, £26.7 million from PSG. Not the greatest bid ever, to be honest. Yeah, pretty sort of bid considering it's PSG. We're just going to reject it. No interest in selling him. £4 million for winning that competition as well. It's okay. Transfer offer in here for Celino. Another player I think is transfer listed here from West Ham. The bid, yes, he is transfer listed. It's underneath his value as well. Disappointing offer. We're going to delegate. We're going to want more than that. We're going to ask for, I think, 12 million. We'll let him go for his value at £11 million. I think that's fair. We'll see what happens with that one, and we will allow him to leave once we get the right amount of money. Obviously, it's only a couple of £1 million, but we need every amount we can get, really, in order to be able to bring in someone like Dybala, who's going to be a very expensive player. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get rid of him so we can bring in someone else. Godin's being loaned out. That means he does move. We've got a transfer offer in for Edison. Manchester United, our rivals, putting in a bid. And yeah, they're not really going to get very far with that. You can see the value should be between 68.2 and 100.1 is what the chief executive says. I mean, yeah, I agree with that, I suppose. He's playing fantastically well for us, and so that makes their offer absolutely terrible. We're going to reject it. Okay, so on to the first league game of the season against Arsenal. This is the team I'm going to go with. Obviously, a tough game, potentially, this one. We'll wait and see who Arsenal sign, but this is the side I've gone with. Edison, Kyle Walker, Tar, Stones, Mendy in defence, Goretzka, Malcolm, De Bruyne in midfield, Sterling, Aguero, Sané as our front 3. This is the bench. Plenty of different options there. Messi missing out, as does a few big names as well, also on that bench. But let's see how we get on. Trying ourselves 3 points to kick off the season, and hopefully, from the end of this game, we should be near the top. Okay, here we go. First league game of the season. You've always wanted to get off to a good start, especially when you're playing Arsenal as well. A big team here, and it's going to be a tough game, so we'll wait and find out exactly how we get on against them. I think we've got more quality on the pitch than them, just based on the fact they have Eleni in the side, and we don't really have anybody that's particularly of his level, let's say. But they have brought in some good names by the looks of it. I've just seen Vidal there a second ago, and they've started off strongly, and that was very close to conceding a goal early on. We've got to make sure that we prove that we are the better side, not just on paper, but also in this game. A counter-attack is on here for us. Yuri Sane looking for a cutback. It's into the path of Malcolm, who's going to take a touch, still going, trying to get a shot away, but defended well. Malcolm turning. Oh, it's always going to be tough on his weaker side. Check save, though. Aguero, ball through here to Malcolm, that's great. Malcolm now running through and trying to score, and he does, he tucks one away. I think that's his first goal as well for the club, I want to say. No, it's not. No, it's not. He scored, I think, last episode, didn't he? I think he scored twice, but it's his first league goal at least. Malcolm there scoring 13 minutes into this game. It's a great run from centre attacking mid, and I have decided to put him in that position. It could have been Messi there, but Messi's not been performing very well in games, so I'm going to go for Malcolm, fresh and young legs that are also very fast as well. So we are going to continue to play him there for now, I think, especially when we've got Raheem Sterling can play on the right-hand side. Malcolm's looking really good in that central position, so we'll play him there. He's scored a goal there, and we'll start off this game really well. Malcolm, ball over to Raheem Sterling. He's going to use his pace. He's through on goal. Sterling, it should be 2, and it is. Raheem Sterling scores, and we'll double our lead, and this time it's Malcolm who gets the assist onto Raheem Sterling, who for some reason just has loads of space to run into. It seems like the left-back's moved far too high up the pitch, or he's tucked inside, one of the two. Difficult to tell, but certainly just allows Sterling to just run off by himself, and at that point, he's just got to get the finish right, and he certainly does that. But yeah, you can see the left-back there, miles behind. Don't even know which one it is. Vidal's in the left-back position, if anyone. Kolasinac is, I think, is miles out of position there, but it's 2-0, great news for us. Very good start to the game. Malcolm into De Bruyne, takes a touch, shoots, finds Sterling who shoots as well, saved. Malcolm over to Aguero, great touch, Aguero, 3-0. And it's unbelievable what Arsenal are doing here. They're self-destructing, basically. And the fact that the back's actually causing them more issues than it is helping them. It's meaning that the full-backs push so far forward. It makes it 3 at the back, basically. And then when they lose the ball, as they try and go forward, obviously, it does result in just the 3 defenders. But here, it's their own mistake that's given away the ball initially. There's a bit of quality from Sergio Aguero to get past, I think, Monreal, who's in no man's land, doesn't really do much. Watches Aguero run past him. Great strike, 3-0. And we're pulling Arsenal apart here. Arsenal have had 1 or 2 chances recently, but just not quite the quality to finish them off. Aguero trying to flick over to Malcolm, who's run past Delaney. Malcolm, 4. It's 2 for Malcolm, now he's on for a hat-trick, and it's just... Arsenal can't seem to defend. They can't seem to follow the men. They don't seem to have the pace or the quality, the strength, or anything, to be honest, defensively, to be able to keep up with our players. This time it's Elneny who's supposed to be following Malcolm from deep, but it's the defence that's just wide open. It's a fight at the back, but it's not a Chelsea fight at the back. Chelsea's fight at the back is a much stronger fight at the back that just sit there and don't really move. This is one that's very movable, allows you to run through and create and open up gaps, and it's a good finish here from Malcolm. It's 2-0, 4-0 now in total, and I think it's just going to get worse in the second half. We're on the stroke of half-time now, and we're already 4-0 up. Half-time, let's crack on with the second half straight away, no changes. We will certainly make changes fairly soon, though, because the game's pretty much over now. Aguero over to Goretzka, running through. Goretzka's being allowed to make the run. Goretzka shoots and scores. It's again very similar to the Malcolm goals, where we just seem to have a deep runner from midfield that they can't handle. It happens every single time. This time it's Goretzka's made the run forward. We've not really seen that too much in the opening couple of games this season, but he's certainly shown it here. This is what he's always done before his injury that he had last season. He just ran through, and from there it was a pretty comfortable finish. 5-0. I think we'll look to the bench now. We've got to get me at Sheffield Wednesday in a few days' time, and so that obviously needs to be thought about now. KO3 changes, Messi, Foden, Bernardo Silva all to go on. We're going to take off Malcolm, De Bruyne, and also Raheem Sterling as well. Messi's going to go up on the right-hand side to try and cut in. Obviously, would usually have him down the middle, but he's not been doing so good there, so we'll stick him on the right-hand side, see whether he's able to come in on his left foot and try and shoot a little bit more. That is undeserved, and it's not offside as well. Ozil scores, it's 5-1. Arsenal have got one back. It's against someone to play, and they've just sort of lumped a ball in there from the corner. We've not cleared it properly, so it's our fault there. We should get that initial header away at the front post. I think it's Goretzka there who goes for it. I think gets a slight touch, but if you don't clear it away, then it's not good enough. And so it allows, it eventually falls to Ozil, who's marked and puts it, I think, in between the legs of Ederson there. So 5-1, disappointing defending, but we are still well in front, so it's all right. Messi, yes, go on. Still has it, just about has it here, Messi. He struggles really for pace, and that's been the issue. That's why he's not been playing centrally. He can't seem to keep hold of the ball anymore, unfortunately. That's it. So we've got ourselves a good victory here. 5-1 it finishes against Arsenal. Could have been more. They got away lucky, really. Especially the second half. Kind of dipped a little bit, understandably, because of the changes, because we'd already scored 4 goals. But yeah, really, really impressive stuff. Foden looked really good off the bench. I go as far as saying he's probably in front of Messi in the pecking order now. I genuinely believe that. I think he's playing better in game than Messi is, so for that reason I'm probably more likely to pick Foden over Messi for that centre-attacking mid-position. But yeah, it's not going too well for Messi. I think it will be only a matter of time before he does leave. If we get a bid in, then of course he'll probably end up leaving in this window. If not, then maybe it'll be January. An agreement has been made for the sale of Celino. It's going to West Ham for £11 million. We're going to accept that. That's what he's worth, and so I'm quite happy to accept it. It's about the amount that I'd probably take from him as well. He's not going to play too much for us. Doesn't quite have what we were after, really. We have given him opportunities as well during pre-season, not just this season, but also in previous years. We've been giving him a good opportunity, and he hasn't quite performed. So sadly, he's going to leave. He's going to go to West Ham, assuming something can be agreed with personal terms. In terms of our own transfers, at the moment, we're only probably looking to bring in one more player. I imagine that's going to be a big signing, a really big signing as well. We've already brought in some great players, obviously, like Malcolm, Tara and Fruitshell, but I think we could bring in one more player. But to be able to do that, we'd have to sell the likes of Messi. Maybe Aguero, although he's in good form, and I think we should keep him despite him being 31. He's starting to go down a little bit now. I think Aguero probably will end up staying, but certainly Messi will need to be moved out the door, and maybe at that point you have to bring in someone to replace him. It's difficult to know because we do actually have quite a good squad already, so maybe he doesn't need replacing. Malcolm's coming and doing a good job. But certainly Dybala could be the other player to come in for us. Looking at a couple of other players, but it's more likely to be someone like Dybala, assuming that we can afford him. Transfer offer in here for Maffio. I've already had some bids in for him. This time it's from Roma. It's £14.9 million. Is the exact same as the other ones, and so it's going to get the exact same response, which is rejecting it. It's over his value, but I'm not interested in selling it at all, so we're not even going to entertain that possibility, and that means we have rejected it outright. So the final game of today's episode is against Sheffield Wednesday. This is the team I'm going to go with. It's exactly the same, I think, as the last team that we just put out, so no changes whatsoever, I don't believe. We're going with the exact same team, very happy with the side we put out. We played pretty well, obviously got ourselves a good result in the last game against Arsenal, and so we're going to stick with the team, no changes. Let's crack on with this game, let's try and end today's episode on a high. We're getting ourselves another 3 points to end things against Sheffield Wednesday here. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a good 3 points, and let's find out whether we're able to do that. Okay, then here we go at Forest Park Stadium for this match against Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, based on the starting lineups, we should win this game very comfortably, even more so than the Arsenal game, but it doesn't always end up like that on this game. You can see teams like Sheffield Wednesday come to your ground, or you go to theirs, whatever, and they can come and play you and do a really good job, to be fair. So we'll wait and see what happens. I'm not really too sure exactly what to expect from the Sheffield Wednesday side. Chance, put it wide. Sheffield Wednesday having a good few opportunities here. We have one ourselves at the moment, but certainly they've had probably the better of the opportunities. Sterling into De Bruyne. De Bruyne, oh, hits it so well, but a save by the goalkeeper. Couldn't quite find the corner enough there. Leroy Sané still has it, and we're going to try and build it up here with Mendy over to Goretzka. Goretzka going to play it into De Bruyne. De Bruyne going to turn his man, still trying to find a way through. Surely gets brought down by the defender there, but cleared away as far as Leroy Sané, and that'll be one back and cleared yet again. Thought maybe there was been some sort of penalty in there. Sure, De Bruyne looked like he was taken down, and they've given away the ball really cheaply here. Aguero looking through to Sterling, off the bar. That's unbelievable. Such a good chance. We should score that one as well. And it's all come from a poor Sheffield Wednesday pass. We still have the ball here as well. It's pretty relentless as this attack into the back post and just did enough to clear it away. And that's the first time we properly managed to get a hold of this game and prevent them from leaving their box for a little while. So close, but still unbelievably remains 0-0. Malcolm now got some space to work with. Malcolm going to shoot for range. Oh, hits the post. We've found everywhere but the back of the net at the moment. It's really frustrating because we're having so many good chances. There's not anything to take at the moment. I'm hoping we won't therefore see Sheffield Wednesday go and get a goal themselves and penalise us for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Mendy going to come forward now and try and create a good attack if we can. Malcolm turning out again, this time going to shoot and finds the back of the net. It's about time as well. Malcolm scores finally. It's gone into the back of the net, it's 1-0, and we scored before half-time break, 3 minutes before as well. This first half's gone very quick. We kept the ball in play quite a lot of the time. It's not gone out very often, but we had a lot of chances. Can't believe that it's only just gone 1-0. Should be maybe at least 3, I'd say, in this game. I've had plenty of opportunity to score. Malcolm's looking a great threat down the edge of the box, constantly picking up the ball in those key spaces where he can shoot and score like that. 1-0. And after a blow for the half-time break, it's 1-0. Unfortunately, not ready to double our lead at all in this first half. Still remains 1-0, but we did have some really good opportunities. Sheffield Wednesday, to be fair, though, have had good opportunities themselves. Certainly nowhere near the same as ours. Haven't had the same number of chances created either, but have certainly created 1 or 2 good opportunities, which I was a little bit surprised to see. But yeah, they might well come back into this game if we don't get a second goal. Aguero over to Leroy Sané. Sané Back into Aguero, who shoots off the bar. It's the second time in this game, as well as hitting the post. We've hit the bar again, and Aguero tries again. Malcolm follows up, it's 2, and it's about time. We bombarded them again on goal. This time it's 4 minutes into the second half, and it's so good there. Malcolm just jumping on top of that chance and putting it into an empty net. Really easy one for him, but it's what happens when you lurk into the box like that, and you'll see great opportunities appear on a plate for you, and it's very much the case there. Sterling puts a great ball in. It's a save into the path of Malcolm, who scissor kicks into the back of net. 2-0, and Malcolm's on for a hat-trick yet again. He's picking up loads of goals for us at the moment. That's his 4th one in the Premier League. This is the second game of the season. It's ridiculous. He's scored 2 so far in both games. Can he make a hat-trick in this match? Let's wait and find out. He's certainly in great form. Aguero. That's over to Malcolm. Malcolm still looking for a hat-trick. Oh, and he gets it as well. Malcolm makes it 3. It's 3-0 now. Malcolm has done it. He's got himself a hat-trick in the game, as well as a brace in the last league game that we played. And I think 2 goals, was it, in the Community Shield as well? So he's on great form. He's certainly looking like £50 million, I think, well spent there. I'm pretty sure it was about 50 anyway. And he's certainly looking like we've spent that money really well. 7 goals in just 3 matches, I think, for him now. So in great form, looking fantastic. In the central attacking mid position as well, as opposed to on the wings. So really impressed with him. Hopefully can continue that good goal scoring run, and he's pretty much secured the game here for us with a 3rd. All 3 changes now. Messi, Foden and City all to go on. We're going to take off Kevin De Bruyne, Malcolm and Sané. I think those guys deserve a rest. There's just over 20 minutes left of this game, so we are going to rest them now because we are winning the game 3-0. Malcolm gets his hat-trick, so I'm able to take him off without managing to annoy him too much about not getting it. And it's a poor pass from Phil Foden, not the way to introduce yourself into this game. Still could try and win it back, and we have done through Goretzka. He does it so well. Now in the attack, hopefully going to pick out Sterling here. There's some space to be exposed. Sterling going to try and play it across to Aguero. Can he get himself a goal to round off this game? Aguero does on his left foot. It's a great finish as well, and it's a perfect strike. And it all comes from losing the ball through Foden and then winning it back to Goretzka, more importantly. And that pass through to Sterling was great. Plays an early one over to Aguero, who's in a better position than him. If you just see the centre-back comes across, frees up some space for Aguero to run into. He played the pass perfect, and the finish is even better. Into the bottom right-hand corner. You couldn't ask for a better finish on the weaker side there. And Sergio Aguero does it. Scores a goal for us in this game, 4-0. Final opportunity maybe of the game here for Sheffield Wednesday to get a goal from this match. Or not a particularly good corner at all. Cleared away as far as one of their players yet again. Still the attack is alive. Maybe a chance. Wide. And the referee will blow his whistle any second now. And there we have it, a 4-0 victory against Sheffield Wednesday. Such a good performance. Malcolm gets himself a hat-trick. Aguero obviously tops off the victory with a goal himself. It's 4-0 there, and he'll take home the match ball there. 4 shots and 3 goals from Malcolm there. Incredible stuff from him. He's looked so good for us since joining. Like I said before, starting to repay some of that £50-odd million that we spent on him. So very impressive stuff. Sheffield Wednesday had 8 shots, just 2 on target. That's clearly the issue there for them. But they did actually have 1 or 2 decent chances where they came forward every now and again. Just not able to really have the quality to finish them off. But overall, very happy to get ourselves 3 points. And we'll keep us top of the league as well to end today's episode, I believe. And we do have a cup game coming up against Barnsley. We'll make loads of changes for that game in 4 days' time. I suspect it'll give an opportunity to a lot of youngsters there to get themselves a bit of game time. Also, got something being sold to West Ham. £9.5 million gets added onto our budget because of that deal. And that gives, wow, okay, that gives us £82 million. Okay, that's pretty decent. I didn't think it was that much, to be honest, but certainly gives us a bit more hope of signing Dybala at some point if that deal's able to go through, although we will still probably have to get rid of Messi in order to try and force that through. We'll wait and find out anyway. That is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, click that subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you go and click that button. It'll be great. Let me know in the comment section below. Use the hashtag comment of the day as well to try and get yourself featured in the next episode. And let me know your thoughts of today's episode, as well as transfer suggestions for next time round. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.